Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Inshallah, today we'll be starting with what's known as Babul I'rab. Okay? Now, you've got to realize what we've taken so far. Now we're getting into the main part of Nahu. What's I'rab? He tells you here. Al-I'rabu, according to the people of Nahu, هو تغيير أواخر الكلم. It is the changing of the last part of the word. Why does it change? لاختلاف العوامل الداخلة عليها. Because there's some sort of عامل. عامل here we can say some sort of influence, some sort or something that comes to influence the word such that it changes its haraka on the end. And this change could be lafظan. It could actually be a spoken change, something you see, أو تقديرا, something hidden. Now what you've got to realize is that what we're talking about exactly, we're not talking about this. Let's take an example. The word al-i'rabu. When we're talking about the change, we're not saying this ba is going to change to a ta, wa tha, wa jim. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the actual haraka here. Is it al-i'rabu, al-i'raba, al-i'rabi? What is it? Same thing with huwa. So what he's telling you is this i'rab the topic we're speaking about, what we're searching in, is to do with the change of the last, we could call it the last vowel, the vowel on the last letter. Is it fatha? Is it dhamma? Is it kasra? Is it sukun? Right? Now he tells you that this change could either be something where you see. So for example, Ja'a Zaydun. Notice how Zaydun has two dhammas. And if you say Ra'aytu Zaydan, I saw Zayd. Notice how Zaydan has two fathas. Marartu bi Zaydin. Zaydin has two kasras. Now, that's lafdan. You actually see it. Taqdiran means it's hidden. So for example, Ja'a Isa, Ra'aytu Isa, Marartu bi Isa. There's some words which you're unable to show the change of i'rab apparently. Okay? So you say that this i'rab, it's for example, Ja'a Isa. Isa, it's marfu'. Why? And you learn about marfu' just now. Why is it marfu'? Where is its sign? You say it's hidden. Okay? And I'll teach you how to do the i'rab. Now, in this whole summary, the opposite of i'rab is al-bina, what they call mabni. So bina, you can see bina means a building, something solid, something permanent, something that doesn't change. So there's some words in the Arabic language which are mabni. Mabni means solid, they don't change at all. If you see it with a kasra once or fatha once, dhamma once, sukun once, finished. The rest of its life, it's like that. It can never change. And I'll show you on my whiteboard. But just to tell you, from your af'al, you've got madi, fi'l madi, and fi'l amr is always mabni. So for example, fi'l madi, past tense, daraba. Daraba will forever be daraba. It will never go to darabi and darabu. The word daraba, why it's mabni. And I'm going to draw this for you just now. Fi'l amr is always mabni ala sukun, meaning it's built on sukun and that's it. Idrib, finished. And also all your huruf are mabni. So for example, ila, min, etc. Those are all mabni. As for mu'rab, it's mainly to do with fi'l mudari' and your asma, your nouns. Then he tells you, now after taking all that, he says, وَأَقْسَامُهُ أَرْبَعَةٌ. The categories of i'rab, its types, are four. Either it can be rafa' or nasb or khafd or jazm. Rafa', think of it as a category, right? When something is marfu', the main representative of this category is dhamma. So the moment you say something is marfu', say it has a dhamma on it. At times, dhamma may not be able to appear. So it has, to put it into simple perspective, this head of the category also has deputies. So where it's unable to appear, those deputies come in and they'll give you in the next chapter. Nasbun, the head of this category is fatha. Okay. Mansub, the minute you hear something is mansub, you know it has a fatha or one of its substitutes. Wa khafdun, khafd, another word for khafd is jar. So you have something is majroor or makhfood, the main or the head of this category is kasra or one of its substitutes, and jazmun. Jazmun means sukun. Okay, so let me draw this for you on the whiteboard so it can be a little bit clearer. All these lessons in Nahu, you have to take them step by step, and you have to take them such lesson by lesson. The minute you skip one, then you won't have that foundation to build on. So look here, we started with, we said Nahu, the whole, this is from the first lesson. Our whole search in Nahu and aim of Nahu is to look at what's called kalam. For something to be considered kalam, according to the Nuha, it must have four conditions: lafz, murakkab, mufid, bil wad'i, and we've spoken about those. Then we said kalam is divided into three. You've got ism, which are nouns, you've got fi'l, which are verbs, and you've got harf, which are particles. Right, that was the whole first chapter. Then he told us in the first chapter we can identify an ism by certain clues, certain qualities that it has, only specific to ism. And he told you four of them. What did he say? فَالْإِسْمُ يُعْرَفُ بِالْخَفْضِ. So first is the fact that any word can have a kasra. Zaydin, for example, then you know that's an ism. So he says فَالْإِسْمُ يُعْرَفُ بِالْخَفْضِ. Then you got tanween وَدُخُولِ الْأَلِفِ وَاللَّامِ عَلَيْهِ وَحُرُوفِ الْخَفْض. Okay, those four. والفعل يعرف بقد والسين وسوف وتاء التانيث الساكنة والحرف ما لا يصلح معه دليل الاسم ولا دليل الفعل. And that's why I made you memorize and you go back to the first lessons. After speaking about all this, you put a line here. Now he's speaking about the second topic of the book, is what's called i'rab. Right. You've got two things here, and this is the main topic of Nahu. Right. You've got what's mu'rab, i'rab, mu'rab, and you've got mabni. Right. Now he didn't speak about mabni here because the opposite of mu'rab is mabni, and he didn't want to elaborate further. But let me elaborate so you can understand. Mabni, the word bina means something is built, it's solid, it doesn't move. So what does that mean? That the last part, the last haraka on the letter will not change, and there's some things which will always be mabni. Fi'l madi is always mabni, right? Mabni. So for example, daraba, mabni, mabni means it's built on that fatha at the end, it will never go to darabu. Okay? Fi'l amr is mabni, right? Mabni. And fi'l all your huruf are mabni, min, ila, etc. Right? So these, as you take them, you'll understand, okay, this is fi'l madi, this is fi'l amr, this is a harf, and it will always be mabni in its i'rab. What we took here was mu'rab. Mu'rab means the last part changes. So look at how easy they made it for you. The fact you know something is mabni, you know it doesn't change, so it's fine. Now you come to mu'rab. Mu'rab, your nouns, your ism is generally mostly mu'rab, and your fi'l mudari' is mu'rab. Mu'rab means the last haraka changes. Okay? Ism or fi'l mudari'. Right. Now look here. So what did he tell you? الإعراب هو تغيير أواخر الكلمة لاختلاف العوامل الداخلة عليها لفظا أو تقديرا. This change could occur something that you see لفظا. So for example, جاء زيد. No, we concentrating on the word زيد. رأيت زيدا. مررت بزيد. The first part is there's an عامل. The fact that زيد is a فاعل, and we know فاعل is always مرفوع, so he has a ضمة. And رأيت زيدا, I saw زيد. Zayd here is maf'ul bih. The action is falling upon him. Maf'ul bih is always mansub, so he has a fatha. Marartu bi Zaydin, connected to harf jar. So Zaydin will have a kasra. This is something apparent, right? It's lafdhan. Or he says this ism could change taqdeeran. Taqdeeran means there's i'rab. Don't confuse this taqdeeran and mabni. Mabni means it never changes, right? It's built on that. As for تقديرا means no. When you're actually saying إعراب, you say it's مرفوع. For example, جاء عيسى مرفوع. However, we were unable to put the dhamma there because للتعذر. It's unable to appear. You can't say عيسى. You can't say عيسى. You can't say عيسى. Okay, so that's your اسم معرب, and you got لفظا أو تقديرا. فعل مضارع, for example, you've got here يضرب. Okay, now there's certain عوامل, these things that influence the letters. عامل literally means a worker, so you could say things that work on these words that change the i'rab. So يضرب is مرفوع because it got a dhamma. Then it can become mansub. Okay, so for example, let's take the word أذهب. أذهب is فعل مضارع مرفوع. أريد أن أذهب. أن makes whatever come after it mansub, and you take all these in detail. So you say أريد أن أذهب. Notice how that أذهب changes. Okay, becomes mansub. And you've got لم, لما, لام الأمر, لام النهي. So you say لم يضرب, takes sukun. Now, after telling you وأقسامه أربعة رفع ونصب وخفض وجزم. Okay, so here this فعل مضارع, one second, you have لفظ and تقدير. Now he tells you all this, what can something change to? It's only one of four things. It's either مرفوع and the head of this category is ضمة, or it's mansub and the head of this category is fatha, or it's majroor and the head of this category is kasra, or it's majzoom and the head of this category is sukun. Why do I say the head of this category? Because at times something is marfu, but the dhamma is unable to appear there, so we're going to use a substitute for it and you take it. وأقسامه أربعة رفع ونصب وخفض وجزم. I don't think we've taken after that فللأسماء من ذلك. Inshallah, tomorrow we'll take that. So tomorrow memorize from فللأسماء من ذلك till the end of the page. It's only 2 lines. That's for Monday. Revise, and what you don't know, ask. It will take, if you haven't taken this before, it will take you a little while to pick it up, but you will pick it up, inshallah. It's simple. Once you get to categorization and once you go over it a few times, you'll get it. Now, if you've taken 10, 20%, it's okay. You revise it, take 30%, go over it again, 40%. It's fine. Any question you got?